You want to know if plugging, cutting, what is actually best for removing facial hair or body hair. You don't know how waxing or shaving or laser hair removal works, and you want to know the difference and what is the best method for you. You should stick with me. Let me introduce myself quick. My name is Dr. Liv Kraemer. I'm a board certified dermatologist, actually an MD PhD. Everybody's calling me Dr. Liv, and I'm doing YouTube all about topics like skincare ingredients, skincare, skin food. So if this is a topic of interest, you should definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to actually hit the button for the notification if I'm posting a new video. Follow me on the Instagram stories if I'm traveling around and giving talks or even visiting patients. And today the topic is hair removal. So let's talk about the different methods. So shaving, waxing, plugging, picking, threading, waxing, sugaring, and the laser hair removal. Okay, maybe let's start with shaving, because everybody of you hopefully or have seen or shaved already. I mean, you guys, you shaved in the face. We women, of course, do it on the legs or somewhere else. And let me explain it, because it's the purpose the cheapest and easiest one. You know, and all my patients of course know, that I love to draw, and I did draw a little bit beforehand. So this is the cobblestone layer, this is the hair who's disrupting this cobblestone hair, and this is a hair bulb. So this is the lower part, this is the bottom, this is the hair you see. So if you are shaving, so what you do, you actually cutting it, and your shavers are this way, right? Always not in a kind of a 90 degrees, more in these kind of grade. So you cutting it, and what's happening, you see this area, and because you're looking from on top, if we have a look, this looks bigger. If we're cutting it like 90 degrees, this looks smaller. So yes, we think that if you shave your hair, they're growing out thicker. But no, it's a physical illusion. Think about your lessons back then in the physics and mathematics lectures in school. So if you look on top and you're shaving it this way, you have the impression it looks bigger, thicker, instead of if you would shave it just like a 90 degrees. And because all the hair gets kind of cut on the same time, it grows out on the same time. So suddenly you think it grows out much quicker altogether, through kind of more at once and thicker. But this is not true. So shaving is a very easy method to get rid very quickly, very cheap, of your hair, but unfortunately the hair grows out quickly. So you guys know this. Some of you are guys shaving in the evening, and in the morning it's there. You girls, some of you who have a heavy hair grow on the legs, you know this as well. So even the next day you feel stubbly, right? So therefore, yes, it is a method, but unfortunately it doesn't last so long. So shaving. Another problem with shaving is exactly razor bumps. What does it mean? Because here's also skin can develop on top, and it's kind of closing the cutting part. So we call it ingrowing hair. So suddenly after shaving, you're developing a kind of really almost pimples, because with the cutting from a hair you get an inflammation down there. So therefore, after a while shaving, some of you girls probably have some problems in certain areas, because most of the time you didn't maybe washed it well, you put a very fatty cream on top. So in order to avoid kind of heavy pimples, try to wash your area where you want to shave very good, shave it, and afterwards try to kind of use a very light gel, a kind of a gel which is antibacterial maybe, to really reduce a kind of coverage. So never use an oil, because if you're using an oil, do a kind of a glass house problematic where the bacteria can overgrow. So for all you shaving on certain areas of your body, like the legs, try to wash your legs very well, shave it, and then really use a very light lotion, never an oil, never heavy creams. Okay, so this is shaving. Now we come to the topic of sugaring or waxing, which is more or less the same method. Even plugging is the same method. Why? Because you just take here the top of the hair and taking the whole hair, including the hair bulk, out, right? So if you do this, what's happening, you have an empty area. So if you remember, I got a video, I made a video about how to thread or what to be careful on while threading the hair. Look at this, because really if you take it out, you have a kind of a huge gap here where all the bacteria, if you haven't really washed yourself on this area well or disinfected, all the bacteria can go inside and you develop a pimple afterwards. So if you plugging, make sure to wash and disinfect the eyebrows. If you plugging, because somewhere else it's not possible to do plugging each by each, so it's better to get all these kind of hair together with a kind of gluing mass, and the gluing mass is wax. I prepared this thing. It looks funny, but just imagine this is your hair. So what you do with the wax, you glue all the hair together with the wax and take it out, including of your hair bulk. So therefore the hair doesn't grow out so quickly anymore. So you have more time. So it's great for the legs, it's great for certain area. How does laser hair removal work? Let's go back again, couple stone layer, hair bulk, here what you see, root of the hair. So now it's actually also very easy. Laser is energy. So some people thinking, I'm just using a laser and then suddenly, boom, the hair's gone. Guys, it's science, right? So, and science is beautiful. So how does it work? How laser hair removal works? So you have different wavelength. What does it mean? So you have a kind of an energy, and this energy has to reach something what it's recognizing. So it recognizes color. We call it chromophore, very complicated. So let's take it apart. We targeting the pigment here in the hair root. So what does it mean? You're using with a specific wavelength, right? It goes down, it hits the pigment, and then kaboom! You're destroying the pigment. The pigment gets destroyed, the whole root gets destroyed, and therefore the hair gets damaged as well. So no hair. And there are not every wavelength, so not every kind of laser works, just specific kind of lasers with different kind of wavelengths. So for example, a wavelength was 110 nanometers, this we call diode laser. Then the 1064 nanometers, medium yak, and the typical for hair laser removal is the 755 nanometers, the Alexandrite, or the IPL, the intense pulse light system. It is a kind, not a laser, it's a kind of light system which really goes with all wavelength to really hit the hair color down there. So now I get asked, but I have light hair, and I say, yeah, no color, no distraction. What does it mean? So the best way is, if you want to know if hair laser removal works for you, pick out a plug the hair. If you want to remove the hair on the face, plug out the hair, put it on the white paper, and if the hair root you see dark, perfect, laser hair removal works for you. If you're plugging out a hair and you put it on a white paper and you almost don't see it, so believe me, the laser will not see it as well, because the laser is stupid. It just see if there's something. If there is no target, right, no color, then the laser will just kind of shoot and will kind of end up somewhere else, but not where the hair root is, the hair bulk. Therefore, yes, the best way is if you have very light skin and dark hair. Why? Because if you tend before, you have pigment down there. So what's happening? The laser is stupid. He is not seeing if the pigment is there or there. So he's sometimes hitting the pigment in your skin, which you got from tanning, and what's happening? You burn the whole surface. So therefore, ideally, very light skin and dark hair. But of course, every difference is also possible, but then we have to choose different kind of wavelength, and this is why it is the best to go to a dermatologist who really know which laser is best for your skin type. So therefore, you have all possibilities of removing the hair. Summary, as if you're removing the hair bulk area, you remove the whole hair, of course it takes so much longer till you get a regrowth. And if you're destroying the whole hair, of course there will be no regrowth. So laser hair removal is the most cost sensitive, so it's cost the most, but long term you really are free of hair. But everybody says, oh, it's permanently. So guys, there's nothing permanently on this earth. So therefore it will grow back, but not in a week, not in a month, probably after a couple of years. But yeah, it might really grow back, but very, very light, and you might have to redo it 10 years later. So these are the methods. So shaving, plugging, waxing, or sugaring, or laser hair removal, how to remove the hair on the different areas of your body. I hope you liked it. Give me a thumb up. Don't forget to turn on or hit the button for the notification. Follow me on Instagram, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share to a friend who might be interested in this topic, and follow me on my Insta stories. Be a friend on Facebook on Dr. Liv Kraemer, on Instagram on Dr. Liv, and love you all. Give me a like if you liked it. Give me some comments. If you don't like, switch me off, but I hope you did. So love you all, guys. See you next time. If it says Dr. Liv, because I love you.